The Brandon Aiyuk saga is finally over. The 49ers gave Aiyuk a 4-year, $120 million extension, $76 million guaranteed, and they're still fighting about who caved. I'll discuss all that and more next on my instant reaction. Hey, welcome to my instant reaction. Grant Cohn here. I'm going to be doing a roundtable with Jesse Naylor and Jesse Naylor and Ryan later on tonight. But for now, I'm going to be doing my own. Hold on. Yeah, instant reaction. I was on a train earlier today when this news broke. So I'm a little bit behind. And it was interesting when the news broke. Adam Schefter says the Niners made this offer on the 10th and didn't adjust it. And then Brandon Aiyuk's agent comes out and says, actually, that's factually incorrect. So it's still a little bit messy over who caved, who blinked. And we can discuss that, but that's ultimately, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't think it really matters anymore how it went down. What matters is the impact going forward. Hold on. Before I do, let me call Jesse Naylor, my co-host for the upcoming roundtable. I'm on the phone real quick. This is good television. Just a second. He's not picking up. That's crazy. I don't know what to say. Jesse. Guess not. I tried though. So, can we just reflect on the Aiyuk saga? It was exciting. It really was lucrative for a lot of people involved. I'm starting to think this is like the new normal in football. Like they say they don't want circuses, you don't want distractions. I think they do. I think Aiyuk wanted the attention. I think the Niners wanted the attention. I think I wanted the attention. I think this was wonderful. They could have wrapped this up quietly, but where's the fun in that? I think this was the best. I hope the Niners do this every year. I hope it's this exciting with Brock Purdy next year. This is phenomenal. So look, $30 million a year for Brandon Aiyuk with $76 million guaranteed. That's a lot of money, though. That's way more than Amon-Ra St. Brown got. At $30 million a year, but the guarantee, $76 million. Amon-Ra's getting like $35. So that's kind of weird. That's a lot of money for Brandon Aiyuk. The Niners can say that Brandon caved, but they gave him a ton of money. They drafted Ricky Pearsall. They did all of this just to give him $30 million a year. They really acted tough the whole offseason. Like, we have leverage. We don't have to. We can make you play on the 5th-year option, and now they're paying him $30 million a year. I don't know. I mean, is he worth it? Yeah, technically. But is it smart to give that much money to a wide receiver when you're also going to be giving a ton of money to a quarterback? Probably not. But I think what's interesting about this is, like, how many people does this push off the team next year? I'd like to know. Like, Debo's gone. Let's name all the players who won't be on the team next year, partially because of this. Debo's 1. Mooney Ward, 2. Demo, 3. Hufanga, 4. That's 4 right off the top of my head. Aaron Banks, 5. Kyle Juszczyk, 6. Javon Hargrave, 7. Malik Collins, 8. Leonard Floyd, 9. Maybe some of those people you don't care about losing, but those are guys who probably aren't going to be on this team next year. So you could look at this kind of like the Hargrave deal a couple of years ago. They signed Hargrave. They made him the highest paid free agent in the league 2 years ago, and everyone celebrated. But then they had to let like 5 guys go. And by the end of the season, you're looking at his mediocre numbers and you're like, man, I wish we could undo that trade. You know? You are watching the Grant Cohn Show powered by BetUS. This show is sponsored by BetUS, which is my favorite sports betting book. Is it the number one sports betting book in our hearts? For certainly, and definitely for me. I'm going to read a couple super chats. If you haven't heard, Brandon Aiyuk sticking around the Niners for a while. Brother Bob says dropping names and poop, but love you, Iggy. Thank you. Brent Cassidy says, did BA sign because of it's August 28th? Still no BA like the Jimmy G post? Do Trent next. Probably. Did I list too many players that won't be on this team next year? It's just like the Niners are already like close to 40 million over the cap for next season. I don't know. I think part of me was kind of like hoping the Niners would take a hard line with Aiyuk and either trade him or make him play on the 5th-year option. Because they always just cave to their good players. They'll take a hard line with guys like Trey Lance or whatever rookie. But once it's time to pay a player, I just feel like Kyle Shanahan ultimately wants to be liked by that player and gives him whatever he wants. Aiyuk got what he wanted. Now, Schefter can say that he didn't, but his agent's going to say that he did. Aiyuk got what he wanted. Bosa got what he wanted. Debo got what he wanted. Trent Williams got what he wanted. Then he's going to get it again. You know he's going to get what he wants. Christian McCaffrey got what he wanted. Fred Warner got what he wanted. George Kittle got what he wanted. I feel like, I don't know, not to rain on the parade, but it would be nice to see the head coach of the team, Kyle, like actually be firm once and say, you know what? I don't need to be every player's friend. I don't need to be liked. I need to make some unpopular decisions. I need to do some things that maybe will make me look bad in the moment, but it'll be right down the line. But he didn't do that. But look, they get Brandon Aiyuk. He'll be on the field. Maybe they felt if they forced him to play on the 5th-year option that he wouldn't show up, and that while it would hurt him, it would also hurt them, and that they really are willing to pay any price it takes to have the best possible chances to win the Super Bowl right now. In which case, fine. But I don't know. If I had to guess which side caved, I'd guess that the Niners caved. They didn't seem like they wanted to offer him this much money. Then they increased their offer on August 10th. And then, according to Aiyuk's agent, they tweaked the offer a little bit recently. They caved. They were going to trade him to New England or Cleveland. They had deals in place with New England or Cleveland. I think the Niners are a little bit more sensitive to public opinion than you think. They wanted to be tough with Aiyuk. They took a hard line. They had deals in place. And then Ricky started tweeting that it was done. Like he's going to Pittsburgh. And Niners fans lost their mind. They were really ready to go hard, go in on Lynch and Kyle and Jed and Parag. And I think they looked at it and they're like, you know what? We don't want that kind of backlash. We want to be popular and in the good graces of our fans and the media. What is my evidence that this is how they do business? Well, it seems like 3 years ago, they were prepared to draft Mac Jones with the 3rd pick. And fans lost their freaking mind about that. Said, you better not draft Mac Jones. And then they didn't. And they took a guy that they didn't really have any conviction in. They weren't convicted in Trey Lance. And that was a problem. Just saying it. Just throwing it out there. Mason Gillespie says this whole situation stinks more than my daughter's diapers. God, I wouldn't know where that was going. Good for him, but I'm a miss Debo and Mooney for sure because they're for sure gone. Yeah, Travarius Ward spoke at his locker today about how, yeah, it sucks that they're not here, but people have to step up. Well, now he's back, and you're probably gone next year. John Cesari says the cap always changes because it always goes up and you can maneuver around it. Focus, Grant. Unless it doesn't go up, there was a pandemic, went down. League recently lost a lawsuit about Sunday NFL ticket. Franchise tag Purdy seems okay. Easy cap. Yeah. Is this how it's going to go with Purdy next year? Is it going to drag all the way until the end of August? I hope so. Is it too much to ask for a little bit more? For a little bit more. Hey, just so you don't know, just in case you don't know, after this show, everyone tune into Ryan G. Hensley's YouTube channel because the 4-man front is going live. We're going to have a 4-man roundtable around in about an hour, maybe a little less. Me, Coach, Ryan, Jesse on Ryan's channel. Make sure you tune in because I have all kind of opinions that I'm saving for that show. Philip David Davies. Michael McCann says it's smart, but paying Debo, dumb. Letting 3 decent young defensive players walk to sign Hargraves, dumb. Thought Pearsall and Debo are both slot. I just felt like the Niners were. What was the point of drafting Pearsall? To replace Debo next year? I don't know. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed from either side. I thought both of them were standing on business. They both just is this really what you wanted to do? Brandon, thought you had a problem with Kyle. Thought you didn't want to be a 4th option anymore, man. What happened? Niners, I thought this guy was replaceable. I thought he was a product of your system. If you're going to spend 15 to 20% of your cap on a quarterback and then 10 to 15% of your cap on a wide receiver, you're in trouble. Can you really win a Super Bowl that way? I mean, you look at the Rams. I think a big reason the Rams kind of fell off after they won the Super Bowl is they paid Cooper Kupp. And once you pay Cooper, once you have a wide receiver and a quarterback making all that money, you don't have a complete team anymore. Anyway, we'll have to tune into a certain other content creator to learn why this was not only the good move, but the wisest move and a brilliant move. Because right now it looks like the Niners didn't really have much conviction on this one. St. Brown got 77 guaranteed. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm looking at his deal right now. Fully guaranteed money. 34.6. Maybe there's total guarantees. Let me look at the total guarantees. Amon-Ra St. Brown spot track. Total guaranteed 77, guaranteed at signing 34. So he's got injury guarantees as well. Interesting. So is that what Aiyuk's got? He's got total guarantees of 76, but fully guaranteed 35? Interesting. So we got the Amon-Ra St. Brown deal. I'm trying to see how the Niners were smart here. Is it time for them to change their little strategy of taking hella long to get these things done? They're like, no, we're not giving you the Amon-Ra St. Brown deal. And then they did. I don't understand. We'll discuss that more later on the 4-man front. That's going to be one of our topics. I really thought I was going to have a little opportunity to do some golfing tonight. I was like, I'm going to get home, knock out this 4-man front, get out there, play 9 holes. Maybe I'll play 9. Hell no. And I blame Brandon Aiyuk. He could have done this weeks ago, or the Niners, both of them. I hate them. I'm no longer a fan of the 49ers. I was a fan of the 49ers until today, and now I'm no longer giving up my fandom. Ruining my afternoon, evening. This is a bunch of sound and fury signifying nothing. I take it personally. Helperman 123 better be helping me. Personal. Pearsall replacing Debo does make sense. As you said, Brock doesn't need gadget players. He needs proper receivers. I'm surprised that Kyle Shanahan's going to say goodbye to Debo. I'm surprised. It seems to me like let's talk about the Niners' relationship with Aiyuk. It still seems really weird. Even after the deal gets done, like you have Schefter saying, well, the Niners didn't cave. Like they didn't adjust their offer at the last minute. And the agent says, yes, they did. So the nature of the relationship between the Niners and Aiyuk, it seems like the extension is kind of like getting married, right? Draft someone, and it's kind of like you're not quite official yet. And like right as you were going for that engagement, it's like they were engaged, the Niners and Aiyuk. And then at the very end, before they were about to have the wedding, I was like, you know what? We need to open this relationship up. I'm kind of into Pittsburgh. I got to be honest to communicate. I'm kind of into Washington. Like, I like some of the things that you bring to the table, but I have certain grievances with you too, and you're not meeting all of my needs, and I kind of feel unappreciated, and I like Pittsburgh. I'm seeing Pittsburgh now. I'm going to go talk to Pittsburgh for a while. We're going to go to dinner. I'm not coming home tonight. That kind of stuff happened, and then I was like, all right, well, that seems pretty toxic, but you know, if you need to explore Pittsburgh, if that's something you need, I'm not standing in your way. If you think you'd be more happy in Pittsburgh, if you think they can fulfill your needs, go to Pittsburgh. Go to Washington. Be happy. And then Brandon goes and explores his options and comes back and is like, you know what? I actually don't want to be in an open relationship. Pittsburgh and Washington, I want to be with you, but 100% on my terms. It's like, no, absolutely not. Man to man, I would have respected the Niners more if they would have like made Brandon Aiyuk sleep in the guest room and said, you're playing on your 5th-year option, dude. You want to be in an open relationship. Now you're coming back here and you want $30 million a year and I got to do more dishes. No, I'm not doing that. Like, you wanted the open relationship. That wasn't fulfilling. I must be cool. So, hey, now all of a sudden I'm making the terms. But that's not how it went down. Goat Cohn says, VO, thank you very much. Fernando says, how bad does the Niners defense get after this year? Yeah, so it's like, it seems kind of like the Niners are they have their 4 foundational cornerstone players for the next 4 years. Brandon Aiyuk, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Brock Purdy. Everyone else is expendable. Everyone else will be gone pretty soon. Everyone that I didn't name other than those guys. Like, maybe Trent Williams will be here for a while. Although it feels like he's going to retire after this year. And he's just getting one more payday. But the future of this team is 13, 11, 97, 54. Everyone else is going to be gone. How do you feel about that? Gunzy says, do you think BA decided to finally sign because he knew the ones were coming? The ones? The Air Force Ones? I bought some Nikes today because George Kittle wanted me to. I bought the Air Safaris. You guys don't know about the Air Safaris. Nikes are cool, but I like Adidas more. Let me say one reason why I like Adidas more than Nikes. Nikes are cool, but like beyond shoes, just in terms of all like general wear, you can legitimately go out on the town on like a Friday night in an Adidas sweatsuit and not look like an idiot. Those Adidas sweatsuits are nice. The tracksuits, like that's acceptable out like going out wear. You can't go outdoors on a Friday night in a Nike tracksuit. That's psycho behavior. You can't do that. So that's kind of why that's the difference between Adidas and Nike to me. But I got some Nikes. I got the Air Safaris, the Biz Marquee shoe from the 80s, 1987, the OG. Because it's like, do I want to be the next dude wearing dunks? Like everyone wears dunks. But how often you see the Safaris out there? You don't see them. Trust what I got. Trying to be like Biz Marquee, rest in peace. Kev F says at least he stayed in the end. Clay out, Curry in. Yeah. Let's hold on. Let's check out a little BetUS because they sponsored the show, and I'm not really prepared per se. But here, I'm logging in. A little bonus BetUS. Can we check what's up with game week 1? I want to know, have they changed it? It's still a 4-point spread. I wonder if it's going to go up now that they got Aiyuk. Let's see what else they got let's see what the kind of action we got on BetUS. Coach of the year, offensive rookie, defensive rookie, offensive rookie. You think it's be Jacob Cowing? Let's see. Is it possible? Garendo. It's not going to be Garendo. I'll tell you that right now. I would feel better betting on Ricky Pearsall. Yes. For sure going to be Ricky Pearsall. Let me put like 100 on that. Oh, 50. Psych. To win $2,000 for sure. Ricky Pearsall is definitely going to win. And then Isaac Garendo. Let me put $10 on that. To win $1,000. No. I need more. No. Yeah. Hold on. 50. Yes. There it is. I like that. If Garendo, I'm a big Garendo fan just because of this right now. Just because of this right now. But I'm not done. No. Let's see game 2. We can actually see the game 2 spread right now. 49ers, Vikings, 6.5-point favorites on the road. Note, is Trent Williams going to play though? You really think the Niners can beat Sam Darnold? Yeah, I'm going to take the Niners in this one. Sure. Whatever the limit is, I'm putting it down. Let's see week 3. I want to know week 3. That's the Rams game. I bet you the Niners are favored in every freaking game. Here, hold on. -3 on the road. I'm taking the Rams. You already know. Why? Because I'm a hater. I'm placing those bets. What are you talking about? No, 50. Okay. Boom. Placing these bets. I could win $7,000 on BetUS. Do you see that? Are you looking for a new book this football season? BetUS is the answer because they have the fastest payouts in the industry. 125% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. Fast and easy deposit and withdrawal process. 24/7 personalized service, 365 days of the year. Live wagering on all major games. The best betting variety in the business. 10% back on your net losses twice a year. And your very own personal account manager. Just check out my BetUS link in the description below. That's what's up. MVMNTDJS, a lot of letters, no vowels, just consonants. Says, can we talk about backwards hat gold chain Grant in 2024? Yeah, I'm 36 years old, but I'm sitting here in my room with white t-shirt on like it's 2004 and a backwards hat and a gold chain looking like a doofus. And I got to say, I'm sorry to my ancestors. Anyone that ever believed in me, thought I could be an adult, thought I could be someone that, would make them proud. I mean, I apologize. Look at me. I'm sitting here holding a 7-iron for no reason, yelling into my laptop. I'm sure no one's proud of me. We think we know says, are you guys going to talk about Parag on the 4-man front? He basically cost Jed an extra 10 to 15 million with his negotiating tactics. Yeah, the Niners increase their offer hella times, and then they're trying to like take a victory lap because they like saying, well, we didn't increase it in the last 3 weeks. Ha ha. Okay. You still gave way more than you should have. And we're going to discuss that coming up soon on the 4-man front. Let me see if there's any doing that. What's the update with the 4-man front? I just texted the group chat. I'll let you know what they say. Do you think, here's the thing. I want to take credit for this getting done because yesterday I kind of went viral. The Niners said that Aiyuk was going to be out there and that he wasn't, and that I made a little video, and I don't know if you guys are on Twitter, but it kind of went a little viral on Twitter. No big deal. And basically, I wasn't trying to like go viral. It just happens sometimes. But what happened was I started riffing because I started making the video, and then 15 seconds in, I realized I didn't plan something to say. So I just started talking about how the Niners were making me rich, and I appreciated it. And I really liked how all the money they were putting in my pocket, and it was generous to them. And I think that's what made this come to a head, because the Niners were like, oh, damn, we are really helping Grant, and we shouldn't, because we hate Grant. And so let's wrap this up. I think it took me gloating to end this. So you're welcome. No, I caused it. Hold on. You are not responsible for this, Grant. Treat your narcissistic tendencies, please. No. I'm 100% responsible. No, the world revolves around me. I am in control of what happens with the 49ers. The quality control thing is not a joke. Narcissistic tendencies, what? Just because I wear a backwards hat? Not even fully backwards. I'm getting a call from Martinez, California. Who do you think it is? Think it's someone I'm gonna find out. Hello? Hello? Hello, how's it going? I'm okay. How are you? Oh, that's me. She's looking for Lawrence. Yeah, that's me. Oh. Okay. She's touching base on my recent PG&E bill. Oh, okay. Solar company. It's a solar company. Sorry, I'm streaming live. We're just talking. You're on live with me right now. You're doing great, though. You're doing great. No, absolutely not. Of course not.
Live, sir. Is there any other time that I can call you back?
I think this is the perfect time to talk about this.
Okay, great. We just wanted to check if you are interested to have a free on-site assessment. Would you have considered having solar, especially now that there's a lot of price hikes from PG&E?
I don't think I'm really into solar, but if you convinced me, that might be different.
All right. So I could definitely do that. I could try, though. First and foremost, is there's a lot of price hikes from PG&E, and actually next year there's another one coming up. So these are for homeowners who are paying over $200 with their electricity bill. It would sound, it's going to be like an investment. It might sound like an expense for you, but
how much are we talking?
All depending, sir. So that's the reason why we're asking you to try and see if you would be qualified for the government-funded program of.
No, I'm rich. I'm sorry. I've been covering Brandon Aiyuk all month, man. He's just. I don't think I'd be qualified for that. Oh, she hung up on me. What? Oh, because I told her I'm rich. I'm clearly not rich. I was just joking. I'm not rich, guys. I just joke around. She hung up on me. A spam caller hung up on me. That's how you know you're down bad, man. I can't even get any love from the spam callers. That's messed up. That's messed up. She hung up on me. When I was like 3, I used to pick up the phone and just call random numbers and talk to strangers because I was lonely. It's a true story. And I was 3, so people couldn't get mad at me or really hang up. Imagine if you were at like it's 1991 and there's no cell phones or caller ID and someone calls your phone and you say hello and it's a 3-year-old in a very cute voice. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? Put your mom on the line. No, you're going to probably want to talk about Thomas the Tank Engine. That's what I wanted to talk about. Shining time station where dreams can come true. We're here talking about Brandon Aiyuk. Because thanks to BetUS, I'm still mad that she hung up on me. I'm a very charming person. I gave her so much attention. What? That was messed up. I'm mad. Movement contributing to the Get Grant Solar Fund. I was about to get the solar too. TY says, you think BA overpaid? He's better than St. Brown. I'm mad about solar. I'm thinking about solar right now. Jose Ledesma says, hey, Grant, would you be interested in coming to Sacramento for my podcast in March 2025? We go live on YouTube at, could I stay home? Could I do it from home? How about that? Because Sacramento's hella far. Hella far. She hung up on me, guys. I told her that I'd been covering the Aiyuk situation, and she was like, oh, click. Someone says Jerky Boys, baby. Does anyone really know the Jerky Boys? Like, how old you got to be to remember the Jerky Boys? I remember the Jerky Boys. If you don't know who the Jerky Boys are, go search Jerky Boys on YouTube. Go watch Frank Rizzo, Saul Rosenberg, the Egyptian magician. It was so edgy 30 years ago. I was going for that. Crank Yankers kind of ripped off Jerky Boys. If you're a little bit younger, you might remember Crank Yankers. She literally, I was like, nah. We were wondering if you qualify for the government assistance program. No, sorry, I have a YouTube channel. Are you kidding? No, I have a gold chain and I wear a Costco fashion. Sorry. I put her on. Should I call her back? Hold on. I'm calling her back, man. This is bullshit. How is she gonna do me like that? Oh yeah, and you call it back and the number doesn't even exist. What about solar? You almost had me. Was that a scam? Am I to believe that was a scam? Was she really not offering me solar? Because I feel like when they try to sell you solar, they come to your house. They're like, sir. I used to have a kid who would come to my house like every month who was like a fan. He was like, oh my God, Grant. And I was like, hey, nice. He was like, can I sell you solar? I'm like, no. I don't have anything else to say. I'm saving all my real thoughts for the 4-man front that's coming up in 19 minutes on Ryan's channel. I'm over here just taking calls. Who should I call next? Who do you guys want me to hear? I'm going to put someone live on my channel without notifying them. That seems legal, right? That's probably legal. Hey, this is a private conversation, just me and you. What do you think? What's going on? So Trent Williams, right? That's what you want to know about? Does that mean that he's going to get signed next? I'm thinking the 49ers are not messing around and they're going to do what it takes to get people on the field for week 1. Yesterday, I thought they were messing around. Today, don't think they're messing around. Call David Lombardi. I don't have his number. Lamont 757 says, so the hat is the new vibe. Vanilla Ice meets Malibu Most Wanted. So will they do this to Brock? That hurt. That hurt. Hat going forward. Look, if Brock can go backwards hat, I can go backwards hat, okay? Just because he's 24 and I'm 36, that's not a big difference. And you know what? Vanilla Ice, I feel like Vanilla Ice is somewhat underrated, okay? Yeah, he had one great song, but he had that one great song. And I will go to the grave feeling this way. Rapping is a talent. Dancing is a talent. Rapping and dancing at the same time is a rare talent. And there's been two people who could do it. Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer. I think those two people don't get enough credit in the hip hop canon. Like, could Jay-Z dance while he was rapping? No. Could Biggie Smalls dance while he was rapping? Absolutely not. Could MC Hammer? You bet your ass. So that's how I feel. If you say something and then stare at someone for 10 seconds after saying it, it really drives the point home. Vanilla Ice, underrated. I just wanted to put that out there. Make sure you tune into the four-man front coming up next on Ryan G. Hensley's channel. I know you guys subscribe to him. Joshua Wise says, how much are they over the cap for 2025? Almost 40 million. And who does this deal sacrifice? Debo, Kittle, Hargrave, Ward. Did you just tune in? Yeah. Debo, Ward, Lenore, Hufanga, Hargrave, Collins, Juszczyk, Banks, everyone. Lamont. Sorry, Grant, no disrespect. With all due respect, I have no respect. Okay, well, fair enough. That's fair. Do you feel that Lombardi doesn't like you? Regrettably, yes. I think he doesn't like me. MC Hammer, first rapper with diamond certification, and he's from Oakland. Oaktown. So I wanted to get a chopped cheese yesterday in honor of Brandon Aiyuk, who I had a feeling was going to do something. So, chopped cheese is a big thing in New York. It's kind of like a Philly cheesesteak, but instead of like steak, it's like a hamburger patty, and they chop it up with a little bit of onion, and then they put cheese on it, and they put it on a roll, and it's kind of like a burger, but it's kind of not. And I want one right now. I'm starving, but I don't live in New York. So I got to do what I had to do. And they got a spot in Oakland called Mills Hoagie that's been there forever. It's the OG spot. It's over by Mills College. And they have like something they call a burger hoagie, which honestly isn't a chopped cheese because they don't chop it up. But I had it yesterday and it was pretty good. I recommend it. Shout out to Mills Hoagie. Why is chat sports so boring? You're the best. Who, Chase? I like Chase. What are you talking about? What you talking about? I don't know. I think. So what did you guys think of my little rant yesterday for 2 minutes? You liked it, right? It was great. I want more praise. You guys don't give me enough praise. I thrive off words of affirmation. You guys just criticize me all day and I take it in stride, but really I cry at night, and I really wish you guys would. I cry. Boom, 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 boom. Night after night. I cry. Night after night. What do you guys know about the Egyptian lover? Do you know about the Egyptian lover? I don't think you know about the Egyptian lover. I don't think you know. I am the Egyptian lover. The original one. Not the original one. There was an original one. I was on Nick Wright's show again. Hey, Nick. Here's the thing with Nick Wright. He has great taste because he watches me. He talks about my videos and my practice reports all the time. He doesn't follow me on YouTube, on Twitter though. So he has to actually like go out of his way to type my name in to look at my stuff. Why don't you just follow me and come on the show, baby? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. It would be a good career move for you, man. Come on. Coach is back. He's a loser. All right, 4-man front show is ready. It's going down. I'm heading over there right now. Let's do this. Thank you for watching. I was just filibustering the whole time, but the 4-man front's going down. 13 minutes on Ryan G. Hensley's channel. Get over there right now. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Brandon Aiyuk with the team. Yeah!